Hello! Welcome to Alex and Emmy's Soda Pop Stop. My name is Alex.
And I'm
Me. She's Emmy. Today, we...
are drinking beer.
It's Birch beer. It's not beer. We're sick of drinking gross things every episode. You know, we've suffered through ginger beers and
Yeah.
the
I picked
the cucumber one.
and the burdock dandelion.
That
burdock.
wasn't terrible.
Wasn't terrible, but still.
It just wasn't good.
I got to pick today's episode.
It was fine.
It was the choice between celery or this.
Celery soda's probably going to be next.
I
But
hate celery.
today we are going to drink Boylan creamy red birch beer. Boylan is out of New Jersey. Their story says in 1891, a pharmacist named William Boylan created an elixir in his Paterson, New Jersey apothecary. He named that serum, a derivative of birch trees, Boylan's Birch, and began selling individual cups from a barrel in the back of a wagon. In 1900, William Boylan joined with John W. Sturr, a local politician, because who do you want to buy your drinks from other than a politician?
And that goes weird.
But the partnership soon fizzled. Fizzled. Like the...
Yes,
like a
I
drink.
get it.
It's funny. And Boylan continued bottling his product until Prohibition in the 1920s. So obviously the original birch beer was alcoholic. And Prohibition happened. You know what Prohibition is? Is
it like impeaching a president?
No. Prohibition was a law that was passed in the 1920s that made alcohol illegal. So nobody
So
could...
it's like impeaching alcohol.
Impeaching is to bring charges against... bring charges against alcohol?
Yeah, it gets people drunk.
It's not even close to the same words. Why do you keep... Why are you stuck on the word impeachment? Anyway, so yeah, alcohol was illegal for a little while, but it just made a lot of crime spring up. Everybody did it underground. There were things called speakeasies, which were secret bars. There's like secret bars underneath buildings and other stores and stuff. It was a weird time in America. In the latter part of the 20th century, Boylan found its greatest success in the distinctive long-necked embossed glass bottles. Boylan, they're embossed into the glass bottle, which has become so well known, the shape has remained relatively unchanged from its early iterations. Today, although birch beer will always be a big part of the brand's heritage, Boylan today is best known for its handcrafted sodas, the core four being ginger ale, root beer, black cherry, and cream soda. But they also have cane cola, orange, and grape. And it looked like there were some others, limited release ones. I had one that was Shirley Temple flavor. So like a cherry, basically. I don't know how much it differs from their black cherry. But yeah, I've seen some other Boylan flavors as well. So they obviously do limited run ones or special flavors. Now, birch beer. You know, birch beer, when I was thinking of this episode, I was like, what is birch beer versus root beer versus ginger ale? Ginger ale is obviously from a ginger root, right? Root beer is also from a root.
Yeah, root beer is from a certain type of tree that actually grows
Root
here.
beer is from sassafras.
Yeah, that's what it is. Sassafras.
We have sassafras
Saplings.
in Michigan.
Yeah.
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 Why are you peeling that apart?
I'm trying to get that bubble out of the label.
Good thing I've already got a display one up there. You can see our display in the background there.
Yeah. But I saw it on how to make everything. Yeah.
Right there. Our slowly growing display. I took down all my old bottles and just started putting the ones that we have reviewed, drank,
I saw
up there.
I saw on how to make everything. He actually did.
Yeah, how to make
Michigan.
everything is
He came to Michigan and made a root beer float here.
Really good
The
YouTube channel where they break down everything to the basest of ingredients
and then they make it.
Try to make it. And usually I wouldn't say fails, but it's not anywhere near the same quality that you would get from
it's
the
nothing
store.
you'd see in the store.
Right.
He made a toothbrush out of pig hair.
So root beers from sassafras, ginger ales from ginger, obviously. Birch beer, obviously, from birch trees, but not the root.
Bark?
It's from the bark. Yes.
Hey, I guessed it right.
You boil the bark until you get a sap, and then the sap is distilled into an oil, and the oil is just added to the drink, added to the carbonated drink, which gives it its distinctive flavor reminiscent of tea berry. There are different types of colors, although I don't know if that's from different variations of birch trees. It doesn't really clearly say, but there's black birch, white birch,
red birch, obviously. That's
red,
what we're drinking.
Red and blue and brown.
I want red blue. Blue is my
So I don't
favorite
know if that's just added later. Because I've seen white birch trees. But anyway, if birch beer were to be alcoholic, you wouldn't ferment, or you wouldn't distill the oil. You would ferment it, and then it would be an alcoholic birch beer. So, Boylan from New Jersey, creamy red birch beer.
Let's open it.
I anticipate it being delicious. At the fair.
Can't get it.
At the fair a couple of summers ago, they had that old-fashioned soda display place, whatever, and they had a red birch beer, and it was delicious.
Oh, it smells so good.
I went back all the time.
It smells like that. It smells like that. It smells like that. Stuff. Stuff.
Cheers. We've forgotten to do that in the last couple episodes.
Yeah.
It's got to be like our thing. Cheers.
Yum.
I like it. It's like there's like a cream soda flavor to it. It's like a cherry cream soda with a bit of root beer. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's really good.
Delicious.
That's probably the best we've had on our channel yet.
So they do add coloring to it. So very clearly the red and blue birch beers are not natural, which I would have been confused if there was a blue birch tree. That would have been a little weird. I could see red, like a cherry tree or something. Some trees have a reddish hint to them, but blue. So yeah, one of the ingredients is red 40 for color. So it must just be, the style, really.
Yeah, maybe the way they make it tastes different than the others, so they call it red. And then they add the red.
Seems kind of pointless. It just seems like a branding thing, a marketing thing. We have a red birch beer versus a brown birch beer versus a black birch beer. maybe the white birch beer is authentically from a white birch tree versus are there not white birch trees? But anyway, clearly the red is just
branding,
coloring, and I'm sure the blue and the others. So yeah, I would highly recommend Boylan. Now I have found Boylan at our local grocery store. I'm misspelling Birch. So it might not be too hard to find, but if you have like a farmer's market or like a candy store or some sort of, thing in the mall that you can find these weird sodas at or smaller sodas at,
I drank exactly the same
give that
amount.
a shot.
You drank exactly the same amount.
Now you're not going to go out into the woods and peel off birch tree bark and eat it, are you?
No.
Okay, well I can never be sure. You eat things out of the yard.
Dandelions,
So I just want to make sure.
clovers.
I don't see right away anything jumping out at me about multiple color birch trees. We should have made Uncle Aaron do this episode with us. He'd know more about trees.
Yeah, but he left.
Yeah. So, Boylan Creamy Red Birch Beer. Give it a try if you find it in your local grocery store. Quite good. Some of the other Boylan flavors that I've had, like I said, Shirley Temple, and I think I tried their cream soda, probably, maybe their root beer. I can't remember which one, but every one of theirs that I've tried has been good. So. Give it a shot. Now our next episode should be on our new camera. Should be coming pretty soon. I think it said the 4th or the 5th supposed to arrive.
So that's just a few days before I go back to school.
Yep. So we can record an episode before you go back to school.
Winter break.
That's I got the Canon PowerShot ELPH 300 HS.
No attachable microphone, but the microphone's good anyway.
It's a little bit older. I got one used, and it's a little bit older of a camera. There's the 360 now, but all the video footage I watched was really good. And I'm never not going to call that the Canon ELPH, because it's ELPH. So we got an ELPH 300, and I hope it will vastly improve our quality, so that it won't look like we're recording with a ham sandwich. We won't have all this. Ooh, look at that. Stop it, you're making the viewers sick. Thank you for watching. Go try yourself some Boylan Birch beer. Subscribe and like.
No cool mascot on this one, but it's much better than the ones that had mascots.
It's a cool bottle though.
Oh, there it is.
So, thanks for watching. We will see you next week with a much better quality video. I apologize if you can hear the 2-year-old yelling in the background. Goodbye.
More like screaming.